Okay, well, there it was. Week one of the playoffs. It was a crazy week. I'm sorry about this right here. This window is fucking blaring like I'm standing on the sun. But anyways, wow, what a week. A lot of crazy games, a lot of upsets. Actually, 3 out of 4 were upsets. And it looks like, well, we're definitely going to have a new champ this year. And it looks like got some new blood in there, which is, good for the league. It keeps everybody interested. Same teams go year after year, and it doesn't go good. So let me go over the games real quick, and then we'll go over next week. First game was number 1 seed in the league this year, Preet, Triple X, gets beat by Ray, 111-72. Ray's team starting to turn it around exactly at the right time. Happens every year. One team gets hot. They ride it right to the finals. Wasn't a good week for Preet for his team to start shitting the bed, but what are you going to do? He had Aaron Rodgers, got him 22. Kirk Cousins got Ray 28, so that was his high scorer. So Ray moves on, beats the number 1 seed in the league. Crazy. Other game in the South was myself. I've been putting a Band-Aid on my team all year. I wound up 3rd seed, 8-5. My team picked the wrong week to shit out a 61, but I wouldn't have won anyways because Dave's team put up a 161. So it was 161-61. He beat me by 100 points. My top scorer was Doug Baldwin, tells you my receiver. Eli Manning had 45 for Dave. So Dave moves on, beats me, 161-61. So that's the North. That's the South. I mean, Dave versus Ray in the finals of the South. In the North, game wasn't decided until the Monday night game, and Mark Torrey beats John, who squeaked into the playoffs with the 5-8, 129-112. Good week, John. Just picked the wrong week to have Mark score 129. He had what's his name, Tannehill going into the Monday night game. Tannehill didn't put up the numbers he should have, or could have. So Mark moves on, 129-112. So good game there. And Steve speaks into the playoffs this year, puts together a team that, sometimes he drops some guys, you never know. Beats Dirty John, 137-124. 137 was probably Steve's high this year. Cam Newton's been carrying Steve this year. Great pickup, great player. Blake Bortles, 38 points for John. What are you going to do? 137, 124. You can't argue with that game. So 3 out of 4 upsets. Crazy, crazy, crazy week this week. So it's Mark Torrey versus Steve in the North. Okay, so we got everything set. I reset all the transactions. So if you didn't make a transaction, which was myself, if you didn't make a transaction by Sunday and you didn't move on in the playoffs, you lose that transaction. Everybody who did make a transaction already, you're all done. The ones who didn't make it, either Ray, Dave, Mark, or Steve, who didn't make a transaction, still has that transaction, so you can still use it until the playoffs. So everybody have a good week. Good luck this week to all the finalists, and we'll see you. Okay, bye.